Okay, now we're going to create the installation stuff. So we have our software pretty much done. We have a cool icon, a cool splash screen. So now we go over to the installation information. Now this is to, if you actually install anything, we'll click computer, uninstall. See this information here? The publisher, stuff like that, version, that's what's going to show up. So we'll put the company name, Tiger Software, of course, contact, Thomas Belknap, update URL. It can be any URL to your website. Help URL. You should have some help files that you can download and tweak. So it's a good idea to send them to that. Any comments, I usually leave that blank. Now you can set a shortcut on their desktop, like you see, show desktop, like you see here, these shortcuts right here. And you can do a quick launch shortcut too. So if I hit here, all these are my quick launches. Normally I would just do a desktop, let them decide if they want to do the quick launch. We can password protect the installation, so they would need a password in order to install. I don't normally do that. I keep that blank because I don't want the support issues that come with it. If they lose the password, they're going to call, and if I have a lot of programs, I got to figure out what the password is, which is easy enough, but it's just, well, time is pretty scarce as it is. Now build mode, if you're going to sell this online and let them download it, you're going to want to keep it compressed WebExe. So it compresses everything into one file. Now if you're going to put together a DVD or CD where you want them to install it on, you can do the uncompressed direct layout. And then that way you can burn that, all the files, because it's going to be multiple files, you can burn that onto a CD and it will run when the person puts the CD in. The compression type, you're going to normally want best. That would mean the file is smaller, but it's going to take longer to build depending on your computer. It still doesn't really, with computers nowadays, it's not a big deal, but if you're quickly testing, you could put it to none. So it'd build really fast. You just don't want to, you just want to keep it on best if you're going to create something you're going to actually have downloadable. And that's it. We click save because we want to save this information, and we click create setup. We want to say we select a place where we want to save it, and we'll type in the name of the XE graphic video and click save. And now it's going to start building your setup file, put the necessary files in there for you. It's going to look really cool, look sophisticated, kind of make you wonder what it's doing. And you know, and honestly, it is actually doing something. It's not fake, which would be. Okay, now it's done. So let's take a look. Graphic video. There it is. If we double click on it, it's going to ask us if it's okay to install. That's Windows security for you. Your icon will show up there. So depending on the icon that you, and the icon will show up here as well depending on what you put in. So now we got your software name, you got your version. We click new. This is generated automatically for you, but unless you want, if you want that, this is your agreement. If you want, you can add your own by just adding a license file right here. You just open it if it's in Word doc or whatever, and it'll actually put that here instead of the normal default one. Click new. It's just like I said, you built your own real software here, so it installs like a real software program. Okay, we got the cool graphics program right here, so we just double click it. Of course you want to run it. Thanks Windows for asking. There's our splash screen. And there's our window, even with the data. So if we enter data in while we're doing it, it will show up in the installed program. And our layouts are fantastic. So you create your first software program. In the next video, we're going to go over some of the special things we can do with your software, like adding banners, adding banners, hyperlinks, showing browsers, and setting up a trial offer.